to the two. I'm sorry that it took an hour late, but we gotta do this, get the business straight. I had a lot of little problems to solve, but we here. So let's get involved. I'm talking to you, you're talking back to me. You know how we do, yo, we act free. And I'm glad to be here with y'all. Everything is gonna be alright. We stand tall, talk about the punishment or the whooping. Have you ever had to make the choice? Well, I had to make a choice a couple of times when my mom raised her voice. I was a bad little kid, not real bad like other little kids, like all the little bad shit I did. I wouldn't listen. Had a little hard headed, but when the bell came out, I would dead it. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. Now, see, this show is called The Punishment or the Whooping or the Punishment. And some people grew up with parents who would offer that option for when y'all misbehaved, y'all got out of pocket, y'all started acting a little fool right there. But the thing is, we're going to look at how we may have had to deal with this same type of option when we became adults and we're not dealing with our parents anymore. When we say the punishment or the whooping, and we're not necessarily talking about anything physically abusive, the whooping can be the argument or the disagreement that comes along, or the dealing with having to repeat the same cycle over and over. But we're going to get into that. Me and you, that's how we are. Yo, chill back, relax, star. Everything is going to be all right because I said so. We going to do this thing. Get in your head, yo. And when I get in your head, I'm not washing it. But we going to make sure that we start washing it. No, bashing it. Yo, ashing it. Yo, listen to me. I'm not asking y'all to be down with this show here. Yes, I did. Yes, I am. Yo, let's make it real clear. What up, Camp Bear? What up, Stacy White? Thanks for hanging on out, man. I know plenty of y'all thought we wasn't gonna have no show, and hopefully they sent out notifications and all that kind of stuff. But we talking about the whooping or the punishment, and we gonna get deep into this thing. Y'all know I like to get all on some cerebral kind of stuff. So let's get into that right now. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. We do this every single Sunday from 1 p.m. till around 2:30 ish. And the reason that we say 2:30 is because sometimes it gets so heated that we just have to do a little OT on a Sunday. And it is Sunday. This is the show where adults come out and play with other adults. We laugh, we cry, we argue, fuss, and fight, go back and forth with each other, bust it up all crazy. We take an introspective look into our own personality to see the way that the world projects us. That the universe projects us into this thing called the world, and try to figure out this thing called life. I am your host, Sun 752, aka Omar, with the and if you can't say Omar with the, well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun show, man. I hope y'all feel like real men and women should, because I'm feeling like a real man myself. So the whooping or the punishment, when you were younger and you broke something or touched something that you wasn't supposed to be breaking or touching, or if you didn't listen to your parents when they told you to listen, some people just got their ass whooped. Some people got on punishment. Punishment was normally, and I can't speak for everybody, but this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this. For a lot of people, punishment happened when you did something outside of the house that you didn't have no business doing. No, things like acting up in school, failing grades or tests or things like that. Things, not studying for exams, stuff like that had a reflection on your parenting and that you were probably instructed to do and you didn't, not following rules, right? So the teacher called home today to say that you was late, you've been late for a while, or you haven't been doing your work, or that you haven't been turning in your homework, or that you have been chewing gum, brought toys or something else to school, talking during class, just being disruptive and messing up things. Those are a lot of the things that could They might get you an ass whooping, but more than likely, those things could get you a punishment. I think that one of the reasons why those things often resulted in a punishment rather than an ass whooping was because parents see the things that they have done in themselves when they see you do it. So when they see you not doing your homework, they're like, because they kind of know why. When they see you not performing well in class or fighting and things like that, they kind of know why. They ain't gonna tell you, but they kind of know why. And they figure, well, if somebody would have taken their time with me or handle things in a different way instead of just beating me down, then maybe I would have turned out a little differently. As far as not doing well in school, maybe if they recognized that I had a learning disability or that I needed glasses or that I couldn't hear as well or that maybe I needed a tutor or something like that, maybe my classwork would have turned out a little different, and maybe I wouldn't have had to act out to mask the fact that I wasn't feeling confident in my schoolwork. Maybe if somebody just took their time with me instead of trying to beat. Anyway, so they may have offered, all right, we can do this. We can even give you an ass whooping and you can go out and play and all of that kind of stuff with a hot ass. With the seat of your pants all warm. Or you can take this punishment. No going outside, not even on the porch, no company, no going skating, no movies, no maybe no snacks, candy, whatever, phone calls, none of that. You know what I mean? You don't see your friends for, let's say, a good week. What's it going to be? You can go ahead and take this ass whooping and get it over with, or you can take that punishment. Which will you choose? Some people was afraid of pain. They had a low threshold for pain, so they would choose the punishment. Figuring like, man, punishment, I can, a few days or whatever on punishment, that ain't no big deal till you realize the stipulations of the punishment. Like, because when your parents may have first offered the punishment, you may have thought to yourself like, oh shoot. So all you saying is that I can't be on the phone, I can't go outside. And then you realize like, oh, I can't have no company. I gotta come straight home from school. And if I don't get come straight home from school, then I'm gonna have the ass whooping and the punishment. You may not have considered that you're gonna be monitored with that punishment. Yeah, now they making sure you do that schoolwork because they right on up over you, micromanaging you on punishment. You may not have taken all of that into consideration when they offered the punishment. So you may have taken the punishment. And after you got all punishment, you realize like, yo, next time I'm taking that ass whooping. You may not have said, I'm not doing that no more, so it's not even going to be a choice. You may have just said, no, next time I'm taking that ass whooping. I haven't got my ass whooped a lot. But I will be honest and say this. Every time I got my ass whooped, I had it coming. I could never say that my mom was just picking on me or that, she was mean or anything like that. I had it coming. That's why I never disputed an ass whooping. Like, I had to take that. I had the choice to do better, and I chose the other choice. And my curiosity got out of hand. Or I was just moving the way I moved. Got my ass whooped. I wasn't even mad at my mom. I'm like, I felt guilty. Like, I'm sorry, mom. But one time she offered me, all right, you can either take this ass whooping or you can take the punishment. By this time, I was a teenager. I was like, man, I'm too old to be getting. I'm not taking no ass whooping. So I took the punishment. Let me tell you something. I ain't never taking no punishment again. Punishment is practice for jail. That's practice for prison. I don't care what nobody say. All them restrictions. You stuck in the house. Got to do chores in the house. Can't come out. Can't be on the phone. Can't have no company. You locked away from the world. Go home and come right back. I think when she gave me the punishment, I was working. She said I couldn't work either. Nope, no work. No. You ain't making no money. You want punishment. Yeah, I picked the punishment one time. Never again. No, we straight. I don't even remember what the punishment was for. But I do remember feeling punished. I'm good. I'm good. Stacy says, amen. My mother did not believe in punishment. Okay. You said you got whoopings, 4 whoopings. You only got 4 whoopings in your life? I think I only had maybe 5. Maybe 5. I mean, but I'll say this. My mom wasn't brutal. And I gotta say my mom, because my dad never put his hands on me. He gave me a spanking one time. It was a joke. I was like, I can see your heart ain't really in this. You don't really want to do this. My dad looking like, you're my boy. I don't want you. My dad would play the mind game. He had me crying. He ain't lay a finger on me. Not a glove. Dad, I'm sorry. I mean, he was a mind game specialist. He knew a little something about hypnosis and all that, His thing was like, you a good boy. Why are you acting bad? You, Omar? You want to be bad? You want to be bad? No. I'm sorry. And I was sorry. But, yeah, the whooping or the punishment or the whooping. After we became adults, we probably had to deal with the situation in our own personal lives of having to deal with the punishment or the whooping. But it was probably in a different form, like where we were actually talking about a physical whooping or confinement in the form of a punishment. Later on, when we working in our jobs or in our relationships or marriages and stuff like that, we probably had to deal with whether we wanted to deal with the punishment or the whooping. Now, I'm not saying that, your man or your woman or your teachers put hands on you, even though back in the day they did used to be able, they could lay hands without the law getting involved. But the whooping when you become an adult feels different. Like the whooping might be having to repeat something that somebody said to you, or having to start all over again. You know what I mean? That may have been like a whooping to you. Even if you were in a boyfriend and girlfriend type of situation, and you know how like you want you and your partner to get along, but you may not do everything in order for you and your partner to get along. So the whooping might be having to get into this violent argument, hearing about your shortcomings, hearing about how, somebody might leave you or something like that. Even though that might be seen as a punishment for you, but there are other forms of punishment. Maybe the punishment could be that, for a man Your girl could cut off sex. To you, that might be like a whooping. It could also be a punishment. And I'm just trying to illustrate how we still may have to deal with the whooping or punishment option as we become adults. At your job, the whooping may be suspension from your job. Of course, that could be a punishment too, but it could also result in you being fired. Now, if you get fired, that's probably seen as a straight punishment, and you might be wondering, well, where's the option in that? Well, there have been jobs that have offered to let you keep your job if you come clean about something. And of course, the dynamics of your position is going to change. You know, that might be the punishment. That might be the punishment. But nonetheless, there are different ways for the whooping or the punishment to play out even as you become an adult. You might still have to deal with some things. You understand what I'm saying? You might have to deal with them. Let me see. Stacy says, I got some whoopings I didn't think I deserved. Okay. Care Bear says, my grandparents never whooped me. I had a knack for saying what was on my mind without being disrespectful, and I enjoyed school, so I didn't give them a lot of trouble. That's what's up. Care Bear also said, neither did my father, but with my mother, my delivery was out of pocket. She gave me the punishment / whooping option a handful of times. I always took the punishment. Care Bear also says, one time my mother was visiting and gave me the choice of writing an essay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I wonder what I would have done. I wonder what I would have done if I was given the choice of writing an essay or get my ass whooped. I'm like, what this essay got to be about? Because knowing me, if you told me to just write an essay about whatever, there's a good likelihood that I would have just wrote about a subject that interests me.
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio.
Hold on, y'all. I would have probably wrote about hip hop music when I was but that was as that
Since
was
it
when I was a
appears you're calling
teenager.
back into a live show, we are reconnecting you now.
That was when I was a teenager. When I was in single digits, I'm not sure what I would have talked about or wrote about or expressed myself about. I'm not sure. Knowing me, I probably would have wrote something that would have got me in deeper trouble though. And rationalized like, nah, that wasn't about you. It was just about whatever. And in my mind, that might have been true. The whooping or the punishment, y'all. The whooping or the punishment. What do y'all know about having to choose between the whooping or the punishment? Whooping or the punishment. Whooping on the punishment. What do y'all know about that? What y'all know about that? Yeah, we all know something about it, even if we only know one thing about it. We know about it. We know about it. But yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. I was looking at I got word that one of my Facebook friends passed away. And it's true. Yeah. I don't know, what happened or whatever. Yeah. I'm not sure what happened, but that's sad. That's sad. We all gotta go. But looks like he might have been. Maybe he was sick or something like that. But yeah, the punishment or the whooping. In life, we get options. We are given choices. We are not always given the choices that we want. Like the whooping or the punishment is not really a choice that's favorable to any of us. Like that's not exactly what I'm looking for. But you may be put in plenty of positions where you're not given the choice that you want to make, but you may be given a choice that you have to make. This or that, this or that, this or that, this or that. Engine number 9 down the New York Transit line. If the train fall off the track, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Fresh off the scene, crispy and clean. Yeah. 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 But yeah, yeah, we aren't always given the options that we want to make, but sometimes you have to make an informed decision. Like, well, A or B, black or white, chocolate or vanilla. No, there ain't no strawberry in here. It's amazing that strawberry is supposed to be like the third choice. How many people do you know be eating strawberry ice cream? I mean, seriously. Who do you know whose second or third favorite ice cream is strawberry? Anybody? I swear to God, I have never heard anybody say, yo, man, I like strawberry ice cream. Strawberry is my shit. You? How about, I'm seriously, you know what I mean? Off topic a little bit. And Neapolitan ice cream, they have the chocolate and vanilla, and then they offer the strawberry. Who is saying like, yo, man, forget about that chocolate and vanilla. Yo, give me the strawberry. Who? You ask somebody what their favorite ice cream is. A lot of people will say chocolate ice cream because there's a lot of chocolate lovers out there. Some people will say vanilla. It doesn't seem to be nearly as many chocolate lovers as there are. Nearly as many vanilla lovers as there are chocolate lovers. But I absolutely never hear anybody say that they love strawberry ice cream. You'll hear them say, I like coffee ice cream. I like butter pecan ice cream. I like pistachio ice cream. I like what's the stuff that has all the different tutti frutti, not tutti frutti, it's called maybe some places they do call it tutti frutti, but that's definitely not the word that I'm looking for. But people say that they like all different kinds of ice cream. I've never heard anybody say that they like vanilla. I mean, like strawberry. But prove me wrong, please. Let me know. Do y'all have a brother or sister or aunt or cousin or your mom, your dad, grandparents, or your sibling, somebody who Or you? Is strawberry your shit? Let me know. Let me know. Let me see. Okay, wait. Kara says, another time she made me read 4 books and gave me a test on the books the next day. I passed. Wow. She also says, I gave my kids choice before after they got in trouble. Okay. So you can see kind of see the benefit of giving them the choice. I think it's actually good training because in life you are going to get certain options, you are going to get certain choices, and they're not always going to be the choice that you love or that you would have given for yourself. You know, like sometimes you have to take an option, even though the real option that you wanted to take was, why don't you just let me go this time? Why don't you just let me slide this time? I saw this video today, and it was about this girl, this woman who got stopped for a DUI or suspicion of DUI. She was actually going the wrong way in traffic, so she was heading into oncoming traffic, and she said that she was going to go pick up her son from school. Now she was from New York, but she was down in Atlanta, down there in Georgia. So when the cops stopped her and all of that, and they did ask her if she wanted to take a sobriety test, field alcohol test, or whatever. Now, her license was already suspended, so if I was her, I would have told them no. I'm not taking the test. I mean, your shit is already suspended for DUI. The thing is, when you've been drinking, you're not thinking about the best options to take. You're not thinking about the best way to handle the situation. She wound up getting arrested and all of that. She was so surprised after she took the field sobriety test and failed. And they were like, well, we have to place you under arrest for DUI. And she started crying and all of that. I'm thinking like, but they did have her believing that if she passed the test, that they were going to let her go, even though she had been stopped. They smelled the alcohol, and they said, all right, before we let you go, would you consent to this field sobriety test? She should have said no. She should have said no. And that video would have been a whole lot different. Like, wait a minute, you said on this video that, before you let her go. So what were you going to do if she passed the test? Were you guys want to let her go? Were you going to impound her car? Was she, I don't know what the rules are in Georgia for driving on a suspended license. But I bet you one thing, we can find out right now. What is the punishment for driving on a suspended license in Georgia?
According to Justia Law, Section 405121 requires a mandatory imprisonment of not less than 2 days nor more than 6 months upon the first misdemeanor conviction for driving while A.
She was going to jail anyway. They lied to her. Georgia Code 40-5-121, driving while license suspended or revoked. Requires a mandatory imprisonment of not less than 2 days. Not less than 2 days? You're going to be locked up 2 days for driving on a suspended license? Upon the first misdemeanor conviction. Wow. Sounds like a deterrent to me. Sheesh. Well, she told the cops that that her license was suspended for DUI. So that wasn't a good look. Boy, do I remember those days. The thing is, when I got stopped and I told them that my license was suspended for DUI, I wasn't drinking at the time. And sometimes it's better to just remain silent. 2 days? A minimum of 2 days? So you get caught driving. That sounds like a pretty big offense to me. Driving on a suspended license. It's minor as hell to me, but that punishment seems harsh. Not less than 2 days? So you can't just go down to the magistrate, pay a fine or whatever, bail yourself out and get up out of there? They got to hold you for 2 days, no less? Damn, Georgia. Y'all acting worse than New Jersey up out here. Care Bear says, that's entrapment, isn't it? You know, the unfortunately, the police have the right to lie to you in order to garner a confession from you. Just like when they bring you in into custody, into the station or whatever, in the interrogation room for suspicion of a violent crime or something like that, they're allowed to tell you and lie to you and say that your co-defendant or whoever you got locked up with, that they already told on you and that they already know what you did, so you might as well just go ahead and ignore it. They are allowed to lie and say that. They are even allowed to lie and say that somebody already told on you, so you might as well tell on them back. We'll believe you, but we don't necessarily believe them. They're allowed to tell you that shit. So yeah. Entrapment would be like an undercover cop soliciting prostitution, being like, well, it costs this much for head and this much for straight sex and this much for a whole night with the girlfriend treatment. That's entrapment because you made an offer. Now, the proper way to do it is to just pull up, let whoever is soliciting the prostitution just go ahead and ask for what they want, and you just say yes. And that's not entrapment. It's entrapment if you make an offer. So it's not entrapment if you accept an offer, but it is if you make an offer. Go figure. Go figure. Shame on you, state of Georgia, for locking people up for not less than 48 hours over a suspended license or revoked license violation. Sheesh. Y'all wilding out, Georgia. That sounds like the whooping and the punishment to me. But there are times when cops have used their discretion. I'm sure that they have used their discretion to actually issue the ass whooping or the punishment. But they probably didn't give you that choice. We either gonna beat your head in. You know what? Yeah, we gonna beat your head in and we gonna take you to jail. The ass whooping and the punishment. I don't even know what I'm laughing at. It's no funny. It's no funny. Make sure y'all hit the like button, y'all. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. I'm your host, Sun752. And we're talking about the whooping or the punishment. Have you ever been offered by your parents to either take ass whooping for your misbehaving or be put on punishment? No TV, you're not playing with the game. You just have to do your schoolwork, extra credit work. You're not going outside, not even to the porch, not even to the shed porch. As a matter of fact, you don't go nowhere near that door. You are indoors. No, we didn't hear the mailman at the door. Plus, you don't need to let the mailman. You don't have to get the mail from the mailman. You just chill. Fall back, youngin. Let me see. Oh. Stacy White says, I'm glad I got the whoopings because I watch how I move in life. I never wanted to break my mother's heart. She also says, my mom likes strawberries and I like butter pecan. So your mom's favorite or one of her favorites is strawberry ice cream? Okay. Well, we got one. Yes, we do. Butter pecan. Yeah, butter pecan is a very popular flavor with a lot of people. But I don't be hearing nobody say they like strawberry. Regular milk, chocolate milk, or the strawberry milk. I thought the strawberry milk tastes better than the chocolate milk. But evidently, a lot of people just like the chocolate milk. Evidently. If you got to have some milk. I'm trying to think, have I ever thought that milk tastes good? I don't think that I thought it ever tastes good. I don't think it tastes bad. But I don't remember thinking that it tastes good. Tastes good milk. Homogenized milk. Okay. The whooping or the punishment. Shout out to all of those who weren't given that choice. They just had to eat that ass whooping and was still given the punishment. Wait till your dad come home. I said, wait till your father comes home. I'm telling you, when your father comes home, when your father comes home, I'm dipping up the good father comes home when he comes. Father comes home. You know how when you have done something and your parents want to tell the whole family what you did. Let me tell you what this boy did. I was so embarrassed. I felt like he was trying to harass my way of living, my peace, my good feelings. I'm not feeling that. First of all, I had to go up to school. That boy was acting out, made me look like a fool. I'm explaining it to the teacher. Daddy's not that way at the home. And I felt all alone. I didn't want to disturb the father, so I went up to the school by myself. I didn't bother, but soon as Dad got home, first of all, I called him up on the phone. I said, when you get home, you gotta handle this situation. This boy is out of control. The boy tried to hit the teacher. The boy was fighting in class, not at recess, not in the lunchroom. In class, he fighting this boy, and when the teacher pulled our boy offered this boy. He hit the teacher. Oh, hell broke loose. He can't go back to school for another 3 days. He ain't going back to school for another 3 days. No. So we got to arrange for a way for somebody to watch him while he home from school on suspension. And of course, he got his ass whooped. And of course, he going on punishment too. Yes, you got the ass whooping, you getting the punishment, you getting yelled at, you getting the guilt trip, you getting everything you earned. And you've earned it all. Your mom on the phone telling your grandma what you done. Your mom on the phone telling your favorite aunt what you done. He ain't coming over your house this weekend. Nah, Doris, he ain't coming over your house this weekend. No, he not. He ain't seeing none of his cousins. And no, don't send your kids over here this weekend either. Nope. Yeah, I know we were supposed to go to Chuck E. Cheese, Dave & Buster's, the movies. Ain't none of that happening. Ain't none of that happening none of this month. He got at least another month before he going to experience any of that. And it's the first. It's the first of the month. Wake up. You ever not want to let your aunt down? You got a favorite aunt? The aunt that always took up for you? The aunt that would check your mom if she was out of pocket towards you? You let that aunt down. That aunt. Aunt Doris, it wasn't my fault, Aunt Doris. Terry, I can't believe you. No, Aunt Doris, for real, it wasn't my fault. You know that aunt that either had kids of her own, but you was around before she had kids, so you was her first. You was like a son to her. That aunt, or that aunt that ain't never had no kids. So you like her, she like your godmom and your aunt. That aunt. So a punishment for you could be that aunt get to see the real potential that you show towards being disrespectful. Because you would never disrespect that aunt. Not that one. Not my daddy's sister. Or my mama's sister. No. Gabriel says, man, my youngest uncle used to get molly-whopped all the time for good reason. TT too. Both of them were straight renegades. Straight renegades, though. What we doing? She said, Stacey White says, these kids these days, they get all wait a minute. They get all that. They call authorities on them. They don't care if they don't care if they be chastised. Gabriel says, I do have an aunt like that. One of my father's sisters. Yeah, you don't want to you can't let that aunt down. That's the aunt that was always bringing you shit. Always scheduling dates for you. Yeah, me and we gonna go. Yeah, we driving out such and such. I'm taking them with me. That aunt. You don't want your mom to fuck up shit and tell that aunt. I mean, that aunt giving out privileges. That aunt. You let down that aunt, man. The whooping and the punishment for you. The whooping and the punishment. Like, oh my God, I'm so disappointed in you. Why would you do that? Why would would you do? That's not like you. What's wrong with you? Well, they was starting with me. They was starting and and I was they had started. They had started. Started what, boy? They was first. They was talking about me and laughing. They was talking about me. They was calling my sneakers Bobos. Bobos ain't nothing wrong with the sneakers. These sneakers ain't no. I know, but that's what they was saying. They were saying that my sneakers was Bobos. They wasn't the real Pro-Keds. It wasn't a real Pro-Ked. They were saying that my sneakers wasn't the real Pro-Keds and that they was Bobos. They was, and everybody started laughing, and then one of them pushed me. Is that the one you was fighting? No. Well, how? Wait. So the one who pushed you, not the one that is not the one that you fought. Well, he, um, well, it was more like one of them pushed him into me, and like he pushed me, but they really pushed him to push me. So the one that pushed him is the one I was fighting. But we wasn't really fighting. I just hit him, and he fell down, and I hit him one more time. They said you was on top of that boy wailing on him. Mm-mm. I hit him. He pushed me, and I hit him, and he fell, and I thought he was going to hit me back, so I hit him again. And that's when the teacher. That's when the teacher came. That's when the teacher came. Well, why they say you was on top of him hitting him? I I don't know why. Dude, sometimes they be lying on me. They be lying, but I only hit him once when he fell, and then once when he was down. Well, why is his mom mad coming up to the school talking about she want to press charges? What's that? What's pressing? What that mean? I anyway. Aunt Doris, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to get in no trouble. I ain't- can I go to the bathroom, please? I got to pee. Yo, motherfucker. You don't want to mess things up with that aunt. You don't want no smoke with that aunt. You're gonna lose all kinds of cotton candy privileges. Cal Chamberlain, mi friend, mi favorita. Yeah. The whooping or the punishment, baby. The whooping or the punishment, which y'all know. The time might come when you have to issue the whooping or the punishment. It happens. It happens. You might have to make that decision. The whooping or the punishment. You stole something from your job. Look, you can either own up to it and pay it back, give it back, or whatever. Or we can call the cops up here. Or you could just, say goodbye. You're gonna lose the job and you not getting no unemployment either. Choice is yours. A form of a whooping can be tarnishing your reputation. A form of a whooping can be having your reputation tarnished. Nobody ever forgets what you had the potential to do, especially if you have billed yourself or portrayed yourself as a good guy, a really, really good guy. And then somebody lets it out that you be doing shit. And it ain't no good shit. You be doing bad shit. Carol says, my dad was a punisher. He was a punisher. I remember my sisters getting punished a lot. My oldest sister, though, she was bad. So she got an ass whooping and punishment. Because the things that she did was catastrophically bad. She pushed the envelope hard. This is why it's better for some kids not to be as smart. Because when they think they smarter than adults, and then they have those entitlement feelings going on. And no, this generation X, this generation Z and these millennials are not the first generation to feel entitled. Evidently, a lot of us Generation Xers had strong feelings of entitlement also. And had to be shown the hard way that this is not the way you do things. This is not the way you do things. Yeah, my oldest sister was reckless. She just ain't give a fuck. Ain't give a fuck. Me and Dita, we had, I want to say Dita respected boundaries. I'm lying. She ain't respect no boundaries. I respected boundaries. Did I respect all of them? But I was quicker to submit than the other two was. They were like, I do what I want to do. As soon as you ain't looking. As soon as you ain't looking. Stacy says, my cousin said that I was bad. That's why I got whoopings. Yeah, but, you was bad? Was you bad? But was you bad, though? I mean, if you was bad, you just got to admit that you was bad. Was you bad? You was bad? You was bad, right? Yeah, you was bad. Sometimes people be bad. You was bad? Yeah, you was bad. You got to stop being bad. The whooping or the punishment? Carol, you said that your dad was a punisher. Yeah, my mom was a punisher, but she was also an ass whooper. I think my mom thought she was strong. She really did. She felt like she was strong. My mom ain't big. She ain't tall. She ain't no brute, but I think she really felt like she had this superhuman strength. And like, I will snatch you up out of it. Yeah, I think she had those kind of feelings. I don't know. I've never known my mom to be a fighter. But for some reason, I wasn't willing to try it. Like, nah. She did have a pretty strong hand. Stacy White said, lies. Lies. You wasn't bad? The test determined that that was a lie. Bad. B-A-D. B-A-D. It's like, I don't know. I know I've never wanted to be bad. Just kind of turned out that way. I was set up. Ready, set, be bad. All right, y'all. We're going to get up out of here. Let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious December 24th, Christmas Eve, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them, making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box, my peoples from back in the day. Hey, my girl, Kim Bacone. Kim Bacone sold me my first pair of Gucci sneakers. She had a way of getting them. She was a straight hustler.
90 seconds.
She was a straight hustler. Happy birthday to you, man. Turning 62 years old today. And also, Yamel Hernandez turning 41 years old today. And Gloria Nasozi turning 35 years old today. And Meta Page 2 Washington turning 30 years old today. And Kim Washington turning 62 years old today. And Melvita McKenzie turning 72 years old today. And Israel Favor Austin turning 93, yeah, whatever. Okay, and also Mike Pope turning 46 years old today. And last but not least, Beverly Muse. Happy birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious December 24th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on it, do the damn, the rock out, rock on it, do the damn, rock out, rock on it, do the damn thing, do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings, you do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind, and anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, sometimes you might have to make a decision about whether you want the ass whooping or the punish, about ass whooping or the punish, 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 ass whooping or the ass whooping or the punish, ass whooping or the ass whooping or the punish, ass whooping or the punishment or ass whooping the punishment or ass whooping and punish punishment or ass whooping is your choice. You probably don't really want to choose, cause you know that either one that you choose are going to equal up to a loss. Yeah, brother, you lose. Yeah, you lost, but you get to live another day. Whether you took a punishment or an ass whooping today. Hey, you gotta learn your lesson. If you got someone who loves you, giving you lessons, this is a blessing word. Well, hopefully you learned, and if you didn't, then your ass got burned. time after time. Yeah, but then you stop breaking rules and committing the crime. I said time after time. You're gonna get an ass whooping from your dad and your mom. I said time after time. Time will give you time, but time makes lovers feel. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night. We will be back tomorrow night for another Daily Go Getimism show. But that's going to be Christmas time. And you know what? I got to make some decisions. They put that Eagles game tomorrow at 4:30 on Christmas Day. I don't know. Listen, I'm struggling. I'm struggling with this bullshit. I ain't trying. I don't want to. We're going to see how it go, y'all. We're going to see how it go. Something going to happen. Anyway, stay tuned. If y'all get your notifications, come on through if you can. And if you can't, and I don't speak to y'all before the holiday is over, yo, I want y'all to have a really, really great and safe holiday with your family, your friends, your loved ones. And don't forget that you are the best. All right. So, Blog Talk, we going to get you out of here. Yeah. And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through. See you on the other side, my boobers. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. And make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. And I holla. Okay, holla.